stuff like that. But also we've done more middle grade graphic novel projects. We've done like full pitch packets and manuscripts for some of those. Not to mention, we also have a four-piece comic, and this anthology we made with another awesome community of kids comics creators. That is hard to say fast. Called I'm not gonna try to do that trick. I'm not gonna try to do the tablecloth trick and just yank that out from under all the stuff. But it's called Let's Go, a kids comics anthology, and it is an anthology created by creators at the Kids Comics. My brain apparently has decided to stop functioning in this exact moment. But Kids Comics Unite is the group. They're an amazing community of kids comics creators. And yeah, we got together and we made a book. It was pretty awesome. It was a learning experience. We like everything from start to finish in the book. We did as a group, and it was a super great learning experience, and I'm really proud of the book. You can actually find it on Amazon. I don't have the link handy. You would think I would, but one of these days I will. Anyway, that's what we do. You'll also find video game art here. We just finished a string of streams working on my donation piece for Summer Games Done Quick 2026. I have been super excited and privileged to contribute art as donation prizes to the event for the last few years. I love GDQ. It's great. It's a great channel. It's a great community. Their whole event, Summer Games Done Quick 2026, kicks off July 5th, so day after the 4th of July, like at noon. It's a Sunday. And they'll just run non-stop. You can go straight over to their channel, twitch.tv/gamesdonequick, all one word, or you can go to their website, gamesdonequick.com. And yeah, they're just going to be, for a whole week, 24/7, you're going to see speedruns of video games, along with some great interviews, and their prize segments are usually hilarious. They're awesome. Like, it is just such a good group, and it's what got me into watching Twitch and inspired me to finally decide to stream myself. And yeah. Yep. Just a second. Let me just boop. Wouldn't be a stream without the bots these days. Anyway, Games Done Quick. They're great. Check them out. I cannot more highly speak of these individuals. What else is going on? Well, next week marks a very special moment here in the channel, as we hit our 3-year stream anniversary on July 3rd. So, July 2nd is the Thursday preceding it. That's my usual stream night. So you'll see me as usual on July 2nd, and we will kick off the festivities there. I do plan on doing a daytime stream then on Friday, July 3rd, to continue the celebration, I guess you'd say. So it'll be 2 streams next week, which I'm very excited for. The exact timing of the second stream is TBA, but the Thursday night stream is set. That's just my usual time, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern time here in the United States. I can't believe it. It's been 3 years of doing this, almost every week. Granted, like, the number of streams that I've done is, less than many streamers do in a year. But I'm also a full-time job working father of 2, so I do think I'm proud of where I'm at. I'll put it that way. I'm proud of what I've done streaming here, and I would like to continue for the foreseeable future. And I just want to celebrate it with you guys. And I'm having to dial back my scope of hope for stream improvements a bit, just because, life is busy. But I do hope to roll out 1 or 2 new things on the stream and to try a couple different things for the celebration. So we'll see. We'll see what I actually get to. Okay, that's the big announcement. Oh yeah, CoreToons, right. So we're still in summer. We're in the bigger gap between CoreToons issues. Our digital magazine, we're producing it for this last year. We've gotten 5 out of 6 issues complete. The 6th issue will be actually the back to school issue. So right now we're still in our summertime break, but you can still access our summer activities issue which is right here. Let me just drop that link in chat for you. Yeah, so www.lovereading.co/CoreToons/CoreToons-Tribune-activities. Yeah, you don't need to sign up. You don't need to buy anything. You can just go there and download a PDF that has a bunch of activities for kids. We got some really good contributions from some of our friends who we featured over the last year. Actually the last couple of years, and it's super fun. It's nice. You know, if you are looking for something to do, like it goes from coloring to like a really cool like kind of fold out and assemble like arcade machine to we've got mazes. We've got like, if you're looking for something a little more scientific, we've got like a cloud observation activity chart. Make your own labyrinth. You name it, it's in there. It's really fun. And gosh, yeah, just feel free to go check it out. So yeah, all right. So that's CoreToons. That is Streamiversary. That is oh. that was many more O's than I needed. But so as you know, we have been working on. Hold on a second. Let me cue it up. I mentioned we've been working on a fan art piece for our Games Done Quick donation for a bit now. One that actually I started 2 years ago and then took a break from when I picked a different piece to do for that Summer Games Done Quick 24 donation. And then I picked this one back up and was continuing on. Then a bunch of other deadlines came up that I had to work on. So I'd set this aside as kind of a for fun project. But I resurrected it for the Summer Games Done Quick 2026. And this is what we've been working on. This is what, if you've been watching stream, this is what you've seen us working to complete. This is obviously, if you know the Kingdom Hearts series, this is the, kind of iconic clock tower in Twilight Town, with of course Roxas, mostly in the center there with, the Pence, Hayner, and Olette, and then of course his organization friends. They've got the sea salt ice cream. If you know Kingdom Hearts, you know what's going on here. If you don't, it's pretty seen. This was the most detailed piece I think I've ever done, by the way. It took so long, you guys. But I got it. I'm very proud of this piece. So this is done. And then of course, being that, it was a huge piece, I decided no, I need more. We were originally going to do a whole thing with a tote bag and then have these charms of keyblades or the sea salt ice cream or the Paopu fruit. But then we're like, oh gosh, we're not planning on tabling. We don't need 49 extra charms or keychains for all these different things. So we're like, all right, maybe the tote bag. And also we couldn't find a great tote bag to print on anyway. So okay, maybe this isn't it. So we went with a blanket and then 2 reversible pillows using art of the Keyblades, Oathkeeper, and Oblivion, which I have this here together. I actually parsed this into several different pieces to do the pillows. So we have I'll turn off the background. Yeah, we have one pillow is Oathkeeper on one side, and then it's the back side of it is this kind of stained glass motif that I constructed using some of the things, you've got the Paopu fruit obviously, but also using some of the imagery and iconography that's in a lot of the actual costume design and art from Kingdom Hearts 2. So that's the back side of Oathkeeper, and then of course you've got Oblivion on the other side, and on as the other pillow, and on the back side of that you've got this one. So it's a similar motif, different centerpiece. The centerpieces are the keychain ends for each respective keyblade. Yeah, and then obviously, oh wait, actually, I redid that color scheme. The final color scheme is this one. But yeah, so this is what I ended up going with for the whole package. And let's see, I think we made an image of it. I can pull that up if y'all want to see, kind of get the vision of it. Hold on. We got, oh my gosh, my brain. Okay, so yeah, we gotta just grab this window real quick, don't mind me. If you're hearing a loud booming in the background, no, it's nothing wrong with your audio. That is fireworks. We live very close to the Magic Kingdom here in Orlando, Florida, and this is Magic Kingdom's fireworks time. Frank, oh my gosh, I got lazy about looking at chat. Frank, you're here. Hello, it's good to see you, man. How you doing? It's bombing runs. No, more like Kingdom farts. Always good. Jeff lives in a war zone. But anyway, this is what the actual whole thing all together looks like. It's the mock-up from the printing site of the blanket, and then the double-sided pillows. I'm actually excited. We submitted it just last weekend, and we heard back from none other than the prize wizard himself, Sent. And it was approved. They accepted it, and we got the print order in, and we are getting these tomorrow here. So I'm actually going to be able to get a look at them. I'm going to make sure to get some photos and some video that I can share with you guys, either on YouTube or definitely next week as well. So yeah. I lost my train of thought for a second. That was good times. All right. In fact, yeah, so Sent, if you don't know Games Done Quick, he's kind of famous there. So they actually made a printable sticker of him. His kind of alter ego that they do sometimes is the prize wizard, because he, used to be the primary prize guy. He's, I think, gotten promoted within the organization, but he would be the prize wizard for some of the presentations. He's everything that I've heard of him. He's an awesome human. So at any rate, it's printed, it's shipped, it's on its way to us, and I get to check it out tomorrow. And then, assuming everything is good, we turn it around and we get it shipped off, and we should be able to get it to GDQ to them in time to be on the stream. I'm guessing it's gonna be. Actually, I haven't even looked at this. Just keep it easy. No, this is for Doctors Without Borders, Frank. Easy scamming. I feel like Goose needs to make a. There should be a Loosey Goosey where Goose makes a book called Scamming Made Easy, but the book itself is the scam. Imagine not having a border. Wait, imagine not having a border, like, country-wise? Or are we talking about... So I just got confused. Oh, wait, I have to get something. I forgot something. Oh, doctor. It's the thing that I said, and I totally just didn't even keep up with it. So that's awesome. Because the doctor can... Yes, we need to help the doctors to be able to buy the borders. Frank, I missed you. I really did. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. All right, so Frank, we did recently discover this, and I knew I was forgetting part of my stream setup, but I hadn't put it out yet. But you are now forever represented in stream. Goose is here. So we need to give Goose a good prominent place. Is Goose visible here if I do this? Always watching me, always staring. He needs a chef's hat. That's incredible. Yes. Okay, you can always be, and kind of side-eyeing me as well, which is honestly perfect. You did a comic rufflet? Nice. Wait, what have you been up to? So, are you still working overnights? Nice. Okay. We will bring it up for sure. Great. Okay, so I've got Discord ready whenever it's ready. I'm gonna have to actually probably rejoin your Discord because I had assumed that I had my login there in the web browser when I just clicked the link from your Twitch profile, and I didn't, and so it created this guest account, and I'm having the hardest time linking them back up with my actual account that I see notifications from. So I need to be better. Old man problems, probably, and that's the only one that I can think of that's stereotypical of an older gentleman, is problems linking Discord guest accounts. You know, it just comes with age. It happens a lot. Oh hey, I forgot. So Father's Day was a thing this last weekend, and we had a good one. But yeah, for Father's Day, Ashley and the kids gave me the mugs that I designed for SGDQ or for AGDQ this year. So these were actually prizes. Well, not these exact mugs. Let me just move the coffee. Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, so there's 3, right? It's a set of 3, and this is the exact same design and print as the ones that we sent to GDQ for a prize for the Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver run. Obviously here, this is actually my first ever Pokemon that I'm holding in my hand right here. Cyndaquil was my first one. What did I buy myself for Father's Day? I did make a purchase to share with my children of Pokemon Fire Red, which I'm unlikely to have time at any point in the near future to play through, actually, unless I become a video game streamer, and everyone on Twitch decides to pay me lots of money to do that. You haven't progressed. Where are you in the game? The other thing that I did is I ponied up for the premium of Pokemon Home so that I could get my X and Y Pokemon and all like the mystery gift legendaries and mythicals that I had into the newer generation of games because they were kind of just stranded over on my dying 3DS. Okay, so you made it to the mountain. Okay. I'm trying to remember which gym that's after. Because that's a little bit in, right? It's not, because Mount Moon is early, but that's not where you get the fossil, is it? Oh, is that what the new comic is inspired from? Do you remember Twitch Plays Pokemon? Because like now all I think of is Lord Helix whenever I hear the fossil thing. You weren't a Twitcher then. Oh, okay. Yeah, that one almost got me in trouble at work. But not for watching it, because we were allowed some private, like, just regular browsing stuff if we were, getting our work done and things like that. But because of the fact that the chat controls, one of the keywords they could use to switch the control scheme for chat was anarchy, and apparently across the building networks the word anarchy being spammed a bunch of times caused some concern. So don't do that. Don't do that. That's my life advice for everyone. I didn't type it. It was just what was coming in through the stream. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, they made a big deal out of the Helix fossil, which is Omanite, I think. Wait, Omastar is the evolution, right? But anyway, yeah, there was Omanite was goated at that in that run. Did they ever finish? Actually, I can't even remember if they finished. The rough draft has been shared for 5,335 hours. That's a while. I suppose I could actually go over and look at it then, huh? You know, something like that. Okay. Let me just... Okay, you should be there. Hey, there we go. Look at that. Okay. Let's check it out. It's only been 10 seconds. Watching Hell's Kitchen. I missed that part. Uh-oh. Hey, Fallen, how's it going? It's good to see you. Can I ask what the hoof is about? Is that, I'm assuming that's for Frank in general, but in the most caring way. Uh-oh. Also, I guess good morning then, Frank. Good morning? Good morning. You're like on Alexei time now. Excuse me. I cannot tell you how genuinely happy I am to see you guys, by the way. I need to finish Hell's Kitchen. What I love about this comic is the fact that Lucy is totally bought in on it, but like also acknowledges that it's just like a phase. I like it because they're just making their lunch. But no, I absolutely love that she kind of plays along just for the lunch. The fish. Yeah. Yeah, I was noticing I like the, it has a really good like volume to it, like depth. You can actually kind of, well, not shading depth, but rather the shape really applies it well. And of course the giant X eye is hilarious. It's a goldfish with Popeye, which is apparently a thing, and I didn't know that for a majority of my life, but I do now. Also, Fallen, how's it going? I hope you're doing well. With the DVD back. Oh, nice. What anniversary is it? Because it's got to have been at least a couple of years, right? Right? 10 years? I don't know anything. Don't listen to me, please. Oh my gosh, don't clip that. Years. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm not a pro gamer. I'm not actually much of any kind of gamer, to be honest. But that's okay. We're talking about comics, and I can draw, and I do that a lot. Yes, comics. I do really like this one, Frank. This is, I don't know. It's I'm glad to see that you're keeping up with the comics, still doing them. It's you're just really good with it. Yes. Is it? So pardon my ignorance here. Is Hell's Kitchen an ongoing show? Is it still going on? Okay. I had assumed like a lot of those reality ones, it's just kind of an ongoing thing, but I know eventually some of them run their course. But one person auditioning for each state. Oh, that's going to be entertaining. New Mexico didn't get picked? Oh, man. But the rich Southwest flavors. Yes. Why are they teaming up on her? Don't team up on the 40-somethings. That's not fair. We don't deserve that. Well, we can still keep talking Hell's Kitchen, but I just realized that we have not yet started Warmup, so I'm gonna do that. Let's go ahead and start Warmup. Oh no, I'm just so used to typing it myself. Typing it. Oh my gosh, I'm not even that tired. I guess we did a little bit earlier today with an appointment, but. Oh gosh. So he was able to save it even after dropping it. All right, let's bring it. Let's go over to our art view again. This is not the warm up. Boop, boop. All right, that is the canvas that we wanted. So yeah, if you're new here, we warm up by drawing Pokemon fusions. This was actually one of Frank's ideas, and it's been great. He just got lucky that someone else messed up worse than he did. How do you mess up worse than dropping, like, because doesn't that just kind of disqualify the entire dish? So yeah, what I'm gonna do here is bring up ye old random Pokemon generator, and it's gonna give us two random Pokemon from all of Pokemon, and we're gonna mash them up because that's fun, and it's a really good warm up, and it's a good way to start thinking about shapes and volume and space, 3D space, and also to loosen up your arm. So this is literally all the Pokemon, all the forms. We've gotten some very interesting combinations. Last night's was pretty tame, or last week's was rather tame. It was just like Wurmple and Elekid. Let's see what we get. Okay. Blipbug and Wo-Chien. Honestly, I feel like these are going to work pretty well together. So, all right, those are our two that we got. I'm going to go ahead and clear this out while oh, you know, it helps if you transition the scene to show the thing. This is what we generated. All right. So we've got a basic Pokemon and a legendary. Exciting. Oh, the other guy kept messing dishes up during dinner service. Oh no. Oh boy. All right, so I'm going to clear this out, and I'm going to pull up my references to have those handy while we're drawing. Just a little guy. go ahead and label these. And Wo-Chien. Yeah, there's a lot of shapes that really kind of overlay well in these two Pokemon. So I feel like despite being drastically different, these will go together pretty well. So Frank, you're saying it's just was the challenge just like one part of the whole meal, but the other guy messed up like a bunch of the entire meal, or all of it? Yeah, these guys, I mean, there's already a lot of similar shape language, or a lot of shape similarities in these guys. Interesting. Okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna spend 5 minutes on the warm-up. It's not gonna be a finished product. I'm probably not even gonna really get to pencils, which is kind of like the second stage of like a little neater sketch. This is just gonna be quick. It's gonna be pretty rough. I'll be layering in some details just to make sure I'm actually combining the two Pokemon. But for the most part, it's just to loosen up and to have a little bit of fun. And if the Pokemon doesn't actually exist, there's no pressure to get it right, because there is no right answer. There are, however, some very wrong answers. I should mention that some of them are just nightmare fuel, so please be careful in that. Anyway, 5 minutes starts now. And I do encourage you to draw along. Even if you're not drawing the Pokemon, even if you're just doodling, even if you're just scribbling, like, please, art is fun. Art is therapeutic. It's just a good way to unwind, if you ask me. The challenge is usually cook something using these ingredients or methods. So what we can do here is gonna take a little bit this like leaf shape here. It's gonna be kind of a beard that we're gonna have. These diamondy things come out a bit more. So dinner service is just them running the restaurant. Interesting, okay. So then, yeah, I can imagine that messing up stuff during, actual dinner service is gonna be a problem. I'm actually going to reduce these horns on the glasses a little bit around where the eyes are to make them a little bit more kind of like a horned rim glasses type situation going on. So something like that. We're going to give it just a little bit of a distinct like head and neck. We'll have like the leaf mane kind of coming here, and then it'll have just a little bit of an indent. Kind of this is where the body would be. I'll give it that little tail. Actually, we should use the leaf shape in the tail just to kind of fit that in there. So we will kind of have a shell on there. How do we kind of work some elements of Blipbug in there? Actually, hold up. I might take this leaf and actually rotate it around, because then we can make it the actual bow tie. I think that works. So essentially what I'm doing here is pulling back a little bit on the proportions of like the massive head size of Blipbug to make it a little bit more, I guess, sleek. Is that the word I'm looking for? Yeah, a little bit more of that sleekness of the legendary. Will I try giving it feet? Maybe the feet are good? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm not sure. It's great. Okay. So if this is more of like the shiny material of that, okay. We can keep some of the grassy there. Still that. Okay. I feel like it's starting to come together. I see where this is going. We'll make this kind of like a twisted, like a braided material situation, so it mimics that that V imagery that you get all throughout Blipbug that's repeated so much. Okay, this should be a little bit. All right, so that is time. I'm just gonna take a second here and do a little bit of cleanup to kind of solidify the lines that I've chosen here. Because this is a little rough and loose. Okay. Honestly, I think we lose the feet. I think that's what we do. I think we take them out. You hear Ashley cooking. Just heating up some tea. It's okay. This stream is nothing if not immersive. Thankfully, no kids are, you know, screaming in the middle of the night to be that immersive for your viewing pleasure. Everyone's pretty chill right now and asleep, so that's good. Okay, this didn't come together quite as smoothly as I had first envisioned it. We'll do one more leaf here just to kind of finish it out, and then there'll be a leaf here, another like here. And we'll do like this. Okay. I see the vision. It needs a lot of cleanup. Alright, sounds good, Frank. I see the vision. It does need some cleanup, but we'll figure that out. We will figure that out. As always, if you want to share if you did the warm-up and you want to share your version of it, you can do that on Instagram. Just tag us at wagworksga. Otherwise, if you happen to be on Frank's Discord, which a lot of our viewers are, as it is a good place to be, you can also just share it in the art channel there. And if you want me to show it, I will do that. Let me go ahead and save this. What is today? The 25th. Okay. All right. Well, that concludes warm-up. And now we are at a we're at a decision point in the stream, because I got a couple things I could be working on, probably more. but two come to mind. And I was having trouble choosing between the two of them. So what I got here is, this is where I'm at right now, on the most recent character in the massive like D&D group piece. This one is actually my character. It was an orc wild magic barbarian who thinks he's a wizard. This character was fun to play, but we're very close to being done with this piece. It's been a while now since I've worked on it. This campaign has been kind of on hiatus while the DM switched to a different library. The campaign is run through our Orange County library system, which, by the way, is an incredible library system. But it's a huge group. It's open to everybody. It's a drop in, drop out campaign, and really just it was a huge group. And I had a lot of fun designing the characters, and now it's just kind of nailing down the last little bits. And after I finish my character, I essentially have 2 characters and 1 wolf familiar left to do, and that is it. And then I'll do a background, of course, and that's not nothing, but it's at least a little bit less detailed than some of the characters. So yeah, this is where we're at. We're very close. So I want to finish this before we resume. It's been now a few months since our last session, and I imagine we'll be meeting up pretty soon. But we're also very close on this, and I'm really excited about that. Apparently, I decided, this year I'm going to take on a bunch of massive detail-heavy pieces. Hold on a second, let me get some water. So that's option number 1. The other one is that, as I mentioned, our back-to-school issue of CoreToons is coming up. We're kind of on summer break, but we do have, we do have deadlines that will start coming together in July. So, and I'm doing the cover for that one, and also I need to do a comic for that one, which we haven't written yet. So we're gonna be kind of pulling that all together as well in the next month. So I will need to work on a cover and a comic, and also finish the D&D piece. And I could, as I'd hinted at before, there's stream improvement stuff I could be doing, but I probably will be dialing back a little bit. Like, I don't think I'm gonna roll out a whole new layout. I might just clean up what I've already got to make it a little bit tighter, add a few nice things, and add a couple more notifications that pop up on stream. I have a temporary ping tuber that I've added in. Should we roll him out? Actually, wait, did I have him in art view? Yeah, I do. Yeah, there we go. This isn't what I want the final to look like, though. This was just kind of a quick for funsies, and just like not really thinking about what style I was going to draw him in. So I might mess around a little bit. It would be fun to. What I was thinking, and I guess I don't really need to keep things hush hush. It's not like we're a super huge stream where I need to build suspense. We can just talk it all out. Yeah, I thought it would be kind of fun to set up to where we can use channel points to switch between camera and ping tuber when I'm, when I've got camera going. I have also been looking for chances to stream a wee bit more, and some of that might involve doing while I'm just sitting at the couch and not really in a great camera spot. So I might start doing more of the ping tuber type thing occasionally, just to allow for a little more flexibility in where I stream from, if that lets me stream a little bit more. So whee, look at me go. Anyway, this isn't necessarily the style that I feel like really represents me well or what I want to do. So I'll have to figure that out if I want to do it, but that was one of the things that I was going to consider doing. And ping tubers, thankfully, especially using like FloodTuber, are very easy to implement. So it's just, you know, basically one base image with eyes in open and closed and mouth in open and closed. So that's not bad. That's a pretty manageable thing. Yeah. How long can I make him just keep his mouth open? No, that's obnoxious. Sorry. All right. Okay. We're gonna say goodbye to our flood tuber. All right. See you later, buddy. Okay. I actually have no idea. Well, let's do this. I think I'm gonna hold for a second on the D&D one. Maybe we'll come back to this at the end of stream if I'm happy with progress. Let's go ahead and get started on the CoreToons cover. I don't actually have any specific subject. We are starting from scratch on this, literally from a blank canvas. So let me go ahead and bring out ye old blank canvas. Actually, let's do this. Good. Okay. Obviously, this is web resolution, so I don't have to be doing this at 300 dpi. I like doing my stuff at 300 dpi because if I ever decide to print it, it does some stuff. All right. So obviously what we do know is Felix, who is her cartoonist Sarah Giles's cat. Our friend Sarah, sorry, I should say. So I've done 2 covers so far for this one, actually. One was like one that was animated, had falling leaves, and the other one was this guy, which actually, hold on, let me just was this. I decided it would be fun to do some cut paper, so like it's actually got like a little bit of 3D going to it, and the photo came out pretty good, but I was really happy with how this came out, and it was a lot of fun to do, although I'm not sure I'm gonna do a cut paper one again. It was a bit of an undertaking, and I don't want to wear it out. I may save it to do this for some other project in the future, because I had fun doing that too, and doing the hand cam and all that. So I think this one is just going to be digital, standard Clip Studio Paint digital art. I don't know that I'm going to try to animate it, although I do like doing the animation too. It also depends on time. I tend to assume that I have infinite time, and as it turns out, sadly, I don't. So I do have to eventually end projects even when I would rather not. If that makes any sense. It probably doesn't. It's fine. All right. So I'm going to remember to turn on time-lapse recording from the beginning. All right, we did that. Save here. So our theme is back to school, and I kind of already have an idea. Ashley gave me a cue from an idea that she had, so I kind of already know where we might want to go with it. So I probably will start sketching out on that. Right now, I'm just really quickly saving this document. I typoed it and actually typed back to school Phillies, which is, you know, fair enough also. All right. So I'm debating whether I want to thumbnail this out or whether I just want to, you know, yeah, let's do that. Let's do Let's do it like this. Okay. Merge these together. Actually, I'm going to make these a little bit bigger. I'm not going to do a crazy amount of thumbnails. Just a few is good. Hey, welcome back. How am I liking the World Cup? Well, I love the idea of it. In practice, I have not managed to attempt to watch a single game. I want to watch it. I want to watch it. But I'm really lousy at remembering that it's a thing that I need to go look up and do. I thought you were American. I mean, yes? I mean, if watching what the rest of the world refers to as football is considered like super American now, that is thumbs up by me. We cut cable like 6 years ago, right? And we have, right now we're on, I think we have Netflix and Amazon Prime and Disney Plus. But like none of those are sports carriers. We do have a digital antenna, which finally does seem to be picking up stuff, but it took me so long to get it set up that I got out of the habit of watching it and actually checking to see what channels we're getting. So it's been harder to watch any live sports, which has gotten me just really out of the habit. Yeah. So my answer is it's complicated. But we live in a neighborhood that actually has a really heavy Brazilian population, so it's huge over here. Your McDonald's. So wait, there's McDonald's World Cup cups, I'm guessing. Is that what we're talking about? I will try to keep up. Yes. Nice. The Henry cup. What does this cup look like? Let us see. Nice. These are awesome. I like these a lot. The style of the art on them. So have you been following the World Cup a bunch, Frank? No idea what team he plays for. In theory, shouldn't it be on there somewhere? You haven't? Wait a minute. Like, excuse me. Looking at the collection of the cups. Hold on a second. To share this. This is funny. It just cracks me up how they have, you know, the whole collection image, right? And you know, you've got all these amazing international soccer players, and then of course you've got Grimace. You just got Grimace. He's just there. It's like, oh, who's that player? Oh, it's Grimace. It's like the McDonald's mascot. He's just hanging out right there. Like, really, guys? Really? I mean, I'm kind of here for it, honestly. But why just Grimace? Like, I kind of want them to commit to it and have like more of the characters there too if they're gonna do it. But maybe they're just like, no, we need 9. We have like 9 weeks or 9 whatevers, but we only got agreements from 8 players. So you know what? Let's just throw Grimace on there. Call it a day. He's stealing his. Wouldn't that be the Hamburglar though? It actually would be really funny if they had a Hamburglar one and it just said "Robble, Robble, Robble" underneath. Just, why Grimace? What? Oh, that cracks me up. Oh man. Okay. It's just gonna be one of those great questions in life that we will never know the answer to. That's it. All right, let's do some thumbnailing. I've been, yapping enough without doing any actual art. So I'm gonna start with one that's just off of the cue that Ashley gave me, which is actually I should probably do a couple of this, which is a cat in a backpack. Felix kind of popping out of the backpack. You use your Mandalorian cup at work? Is it like... So is it like the Grogu and the pram? Actually, I could make the backpack just as big, but I should move it down a little bit. It has a bunch of icons on it. Cool. I think there was actually a time where I used this one like every day. But that was actually once I had already started remote, working full-time remote. So I never got, the office never got to see the glory that is BB-8 cup. It has straw, it has a straw and everything. Now it's just a decoration. Wait, the KFC there closed? Is KFC not doing well? Oh, they didn't renew their license. Interesting. Why? I'm doing the face thing and I don't even care. I don't even care, guys. There's 2 beans in there. Wait. Bad cat. Fallen wants a bunch of outside cats. So don't... I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong. Don't outside cats kind of just murder a lot of things? Not outside cats. An army of outside cats. We'll go through one bag of cat food in it. Oh goodness. Inside cats. So I grew up not really being wild about cats, but we never had one, and I didn't really have much experience with them aside from being at a friend's house and finding out that I was allergic to them when my eye turned like blood red because I was unconsciously like itching it nonstop. So do we put him like on a kid's back? I think we put him on the kid's back. Like, kid's like, oh, why is my backpack so heavy? Oh, you guys. Cats live in the laundry better than. Oh, you know what though? If I'm not careful about this, it does give a little bit of the impression that this is the cat's arms also, which is on the surface of it terrifying. It's like the head would go here. I'm not sure about that. Princess Donut deserves luxury. So wait, who is Princess Donut? Okay, here's concept one. But yeah, since then I've grown to enjoy cats. I am still very much allergic to them, so we do not have cats. But I like them, and despite every intelligent decision I could make, when I see one, I will go up and if it wants to interact with me, I will, you know, pet it and snuggle it. But I do have to be careful and like immediately wash my hands. Yeah, it's good times. Good times. Wait. Oh, I erased that, but that was a head, not the ears. Okay. Fallen was attacking cats at a Petco. I might just wait for her to give context to that statement, because, yeah. I have a hard time believing that. Okay, is this gonna be too weird if I do it with Felix as like a kid on the first day of school? Loading into a match. I will do my best, Fallen. Did this also just happen to involve her like doing her job? Was she just trying to pet them, maybe? I have no doubt in Fallen's kindness and goodwill towards animals, so just to be fair, I would always give her the benefit of the doubt. It's okay. I feel like that's gonna need some tweaking if we end up going with that one, but I'm okay with it for now as a thumbnail. I'm okay with it for now. All right, let's go to number 3. Just gonna peek back over at. Oh my God. This is really cute. So Ashley, the kind of the cue that she gave me, based on her idea, was this clip art from Canva. This is not actual spoiler material for the back to school issue. This is just a placeholder. But let me. Hello. Okay, there we go. So like this is what kind of the inspiration was, but I wanted to give it a little bit something different, a little more personality aside from just cute. So that was kind of where we're coming from, but certainly not where we're going to land. Exactly, at least. Hey, welcome back. Cyberpup. Wait, so what was your name changed before? Or what was your name before? Also, welcome back. Oh, hey. Lily's cool. I did not see that change coming. That surprised me very much. But welcome back. It's good to see you. Cyber or Tesney? Okay. Do you have any preference between the two of those? You don't mind? Okay. I'll probably just go with Cyber because that's probably the first thing that'll pop into my head seeing you in chat. So I'm gonna go with that as long as we go with it. Frank, did your dog forget to start the washing machine? Is that who? Did I guess right? Oh, cool. Well, I mean, I really loved the work that you did on your last one, so I'm sure I'm excited to see what you come up with next. Yeah, your dog forgot. I figured. I knew it. I knew it. All right, what am I gonna do? Maybe something a little bit different. There's a book. Change the angle a little bit. You found the best idea. It's an eye dog. I mean, as long as I think, well, I can't speak for what other people will decide to do with their copyrights, but I do think, you are a bit safer as long as you're adding something to it where it's clear that you're not just taking it wholesale, but rather taking inspiration from it or interpreting it in your own way. Do we do like the stereotypical apple here? Is that too cliche? No. That's true. If it's from that, that's fair. That's fair. That may be a fairly safe thing, especially if a lot of times companies will go through a lot of changes, so it can be unclear who has the actual ownership of the rights anyway. You hate Final Fantasy 2. I'm sorry, man. So, you haven't returned to it since the soft lock, I'm guessing? My question is, because you finished 1, right? And you were moving on to 2. Are you going to continue on to 3? And if you do, are you going to do the pixel remaster, or are you going to do the 3D port? The port of the 3D remake that was made for DS, which was also the first time that the game was playable in America, officially? You're never returning to it? To 2 specifically, or the whole series? You're not playing the pixel remasters anymore? Okay. After they betrayed you. I mean, I feel like 6 wouldn't do that to you. I'm a little bit partial to Final Fantasy 6. 9 is, I think, my favorite, but then anywhere from 6 through 10, I have very fond memories of all of them. You'll do 7? Wait, I thought you started 7 and said you didn't like it. Alright, so we have 3 thumbnails here. What do I want to do for our 4th? I feel like I want to go back to the backpack idea. Actually, if any of you like collecting art books, I did notice that Amazon has like all of their Final Fantasy materials Ultimania books for like half off or something. Like I think the one that had like 7, 8, and 9 was like $20 or something. I think the one that the 7 remake and also 7 rebirth were both like 20 or $25. You acknowledge that 7 is considered a bucket list game. I would consider that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is very iconic. I mean, Cloud is kind of so ubiquitous. You buy the mini Goblet of Fire for half off. Nice. I say nice, but I don't actually know what that is, so I'm going to go educate myself. Oh, that's beautiful. Whoa. Yeah, I see the half off too. Holy moly. You did it. Were we having a frustrating time or just getting tired? Yeah, this is super cool, Frank. Wow. Tag, you've been on it since 11 a.m. So just for fun, or is it like special stuff for the 10th anniversary? You can't say that, that's how we met. Well, now it's served its most important purpose in his life, and he's met you for the event. How's the event going for you? I think Goblet of Fire was actually, and I hate to admit this, the last Harry Potter movie that Ashley and I watched. And we just never finished out the series. And I haven't read the books either. I should probably do that at some point. You have the first 4 books except stole one. Wait a minute. Wait. You can't just lob those accusations around, sir. Excuse me, sorry. Just like everything. You both. Well, I mean, you share everything, right? So doesn't the line become blurred anyway? Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah, the proportions on that are not quite right. Let's get that here in a better place there. So this one, yeah, I don't think I like this one. I don't think I like this thumbnail at all. I think this is lame. I think it's got no focus on the actual subject that I wanted. So I'm just gonna boop. All right. That's my 4th thumbnail here. Honestly, guys, you know, with the band, I have to say it's nice having you guys back in chat. Yeah, by the way, Frank, how is everything going with the overnights? Wait, what's to pull a Frankie? What is that? Hey, what am I gonna do for my last thumbnail? I do want the backpack. I feel like we can do at least one more take with it, but what do I want to do with it? Oh, you have to work an overnight. Oh man, it's easy but hard living with no money. Have you had like any prospects on something else? I know it's not an easy time for that, but No, even. Well, I don't know if I would call working overnights lazy. I think that has its own set of challenges to it, and especially working at a time that then necessitates that you be sleeping when a lot of the rest of the business hours of the world are happening. That's hard. That's hard. I think I told the story before, but yeah, I did back when Ashley was going to be forecaster, like out of school, and was planning on going just to work at a weather service office. She had been interning at the one in Tallahassee, and so she did overnight shifts for a week just to see if it was something that she could handle. And in solidarity, I did overnight shifts, but like doing in my research lab. Yeah, and obviously nobody else was working at that time, so it was just me. I feel like it was honestly pretty productive. I'm a little bit of a night owl, so it was, in that way, it was not bad, but it was definitely hard to get in the rhythm with, the rest of the world. Yeah, I'm as I mentioned, I'm kind of a night owl, and I definitely feel like the world has a very pro early bird bias. And it's unfortunately very challenging to change your body clock. Yeah. Okay, what are we gonna do with this backpack? So we can go kind of the same concept. Like that, but then instead of like the peeking out, we're just gonna have him like okay, that arm. Why is that arm so much beefier? No. Fix that, Jeff. Football base for part of the head. Okay, we'll need to resize this a little bit. Okay. Okay, this is kind of working. All right. Maybe. Hello. All right. He does have the collar, so I feel like I should probably incorporate that in some of these. Well, maybe not, because if we do it anthropomorphized a little bit, it doesn't make sense for a human-like animal to be wearing a collar as much in this context, and it raises a lot of interesting questions about the school system. So Wait, oh, this is not the eraser brush. Whee! Whee! I was trying out some of these like texture brushes for the keychains and ended up not being super happy with any of them for that purpose, so I ended up hand drawing it all. Which part? That's true. That's true. I guess for the context of this particular magazine and our audience, it probably is a little bit less what we're going for. But I do acknowledge that. And I think, it can be a really cool style choice. I don't necessarily have any objections to that. Actually, one of my favorite books, I still come back to this every now and then. I remember finding this book at the art museum in DC back when we lived there. And it's all Tokyo street fashion. And it's just this crazy mix of just kind of everything, right? So you've got stuff like, all of that. You've got just all of that. I don't even know how to describe it sometimes. But yeah, I like street fashion, especially like Tokyo street fashion. I find very, very interesting. Like this. This is probably tiny. I'm realizing that I'm not on the full window view for the webcam. I'm just on the little thumbnail. But yeah, at any rate, I find it interesting. It's cool stuff. But I guess I'm going for something a little more generic here. Yeah. That's all. So Cyber, are you working on your new design? Because I'm very excited to see whenever you do it. No rush. Sorry, I'm not trying to be pushy. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let's just leave that. Let's leave that to figure out later. That, my friends, is future Jeff's problem. All right, so here's kind of what we got, right? I think they're all possibilities. So what I'll probably do is first run them by Ashley, and I might also run them by our CoreToons friends. Kind of see if there's a preference. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'll go from there in terms of picking which one to continue on to. But I feel good. I feel good about having a start on this one, so it's at least moving forward. So let's close that. We've got a little bit of time left, so I'm gonna jump back to the D&D piece. So we kind of get a little bit of everything tonight, which feels appropriate for coming off of a big project. Let's be, a little bit looser. Sure, yeah, well, I'm kind of curious to see what your first instinct is, because I think that's always, like, I can always give suggestions, but they're not necessarily going to work for your voice and your style, so I think it's always easier to see where someone is kind of going, and then maybe like, oh, I see you're doing this can kind of help with that. if I have that, I don't know. But you're thinking iDog, right? So I can at least look at that idea for the main concept. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I'm seeing some of the, so I'm looking at iDog images, right? And some of the packaging and stuff says like only at Toys R Us. Like, well, Toys R Us is a very different entity than it used to be. But not all of them are that. Tiger seems like they made them. Let's see, Sega Toys on another one. Okay. Yeah, with the lights for the face, I feel like that's such a fun concept, and you can do a whole lot with that. And there's so much like variety in design too, that gives you the ability to kind of switch it up as well periodically if you want. Yeah, I think like if you're going to use it as like a ping tuber type thing, I think it'd be cool that you could pretty easily, using the lights, communicate a lot of different things. So you could hotkey like a few different modes to fit your mood or, you know, whatever you're kind of doing. So that'd be kind of cool. But aside from that, no, I'm just excited to see it. I think your designs are really cool. All right, so let me finish. So, okay, I should probably start shooting this guy. Yeah, so as I was saying before, this is my character from the campaign, Gorbin. He's an orc. That's what he is. Yeah, flat colors are pretty much done. Like, really, I'm just getting into shading now, which is kind of amazing. I'm just labeling some layers over here. Nice, yeah. I think it's gonna be really cool. Cyber. Sorry, I was hearing like a buzzing sound. I was trying to figure out what that was. All right. So starting as always with kind of the big shadows. Shoot. There's the one thing about streaming at night. If any bugs get in, they always are drawn to the light of your tablet. Just, you know, good times. Okay. Actually, I'll just probably fill this whole area in here. Okay. Okay. All right. We're getting there. So I know everybody's probably a little bit busy arting and all that stuff. I wanted to ask, because I've got a few ideas about what I might want to do for the next week's couple of streams for the three-year stream anniversary. Is there anything you guys would want to see? I can't guarantee that I'll get anything or everything, but I am curious to know, because it'd be cool to be able to get something that engage everybody, give everybody a chance to have fun, you know? Look at him. He's starting to come to life. I love it. I know there's something satisfying. I don't do a whole lot of OC art. A lot of times what I do is fan art. Or like comic art where it's just like regular, you know, characters that are based off of fairly regular people. I guess I do have, you know, some of our graphic novel projects and stuff like that in our series. But I do think there's something very satisfying about seeing your OC come to life. Wait, Cyber, you do a lot of that too, right? Like the OCs? I mean, obviously you're doing one right now, so. Alright, even though the light is technically coming from this way, we would have like a really slight ambient occlusion shadow cast here. You're the opposite. Most of the OCs really fan art. That's really cool though. Like, I think it takes a whole kind of different level of not just creativity, but also like I think bravery in a lot of ways to like do your own characters and put them out there. I am working on that level of confidence. am I hearing? It's like there's a buzzing sound. It almost sounds like it's coming from outside, but I don't know. So, Cyber, do you have any like suggestions for people who would like to do more OC art, but maybe are feeling timid about it or trying to figure out where to get inspiration? Hey, it's Frank's favorite song. You know, I thought this character had less detail, but look at it, I'm like, oh no, this character definitely has more detail. There's, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. This is just my life now. Honestly, even with like how long this D&D piece has taken to complete, and like how long like the Kingdom Hearts one took to complete, I'm really happy that I took the project on. I feel like there's been a lot of growth over the course of doing these, like not just because it's a different style, although that's certainly also a part of it, but they're big pieces and like detail oriented, and I feel like it's kind of pushed me in ways that I don't always push myself artistically, so it's been nice. It's been nice to have the chance to grow a little bit. Right. The best way to get inspired is by simplifying the concepts. Get overwhelmed by doing complex things. When you're newer to making OCs, it's good to start simple and then expand on those first ideas later. Make it exist now, edit later. Oh, that is such a good motto for life. Yes, seriously. It's like a lot of times the battle or the thing that stops things from coming together isn't that it's hard to like, is that we don't get started, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like we get so bogged down in like trying to figure out the details and do this and that we don't like do the thing. That's such a good motto. I like that a lot. Thank you for sharing. So do you have like a favorite OC design that you come back to? Like you're like, oh man, that was so good. I love this one. Or do you find that like you just keep on liking new one? You know, it's like always the next one you like even more. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say? Your problem is that you just don't start because you're thinking 10 steps ahead. The steps will come later, but will never happen if I don't get it down in the first. Yeah. I think that's so important to note that, like, yeah, there's so many ideas I've had where I'm like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, and you know, I'm sitting here now like a year later. What is that? Oh, they're mosquito spraying. That's what that is. There's just a truck with a giant cloud of mist behind it. And I actually saw this back, I think last summer too. And it was like, yeah, they're like pest controlling spraying for mosquitoes because they get, yeah, it's a lot down here. But yeah, there's so many ideas that like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that, but I never start it, so it can't come into existence. But like, also there's projects that I would have never thought I could do that like they're done, I get them done, but it's because I started somewhere. Recently you've been loving your concept of transparentish limbs. Yeah. Your latest one. Right, was that the one that you shared? Was that a few weeks ago? The stars move inside. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because that concept sounds familiar. Yeah, that was really cool. Is there anything that like inspired that? Okay. Actually, this would be more... something like that. You think they're neat? I mean, that's a totally fair reason, honestly. Agreed. Oh, I need to tidy this up. Boop, 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 boop. All right, get this fixed. Like looking at gacha game designs where they replace the legs with 3D moving parts inside. Semi-surreal art. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have to admit, gacha games get me too. Like just for the I like that, like trying to find, like getting the new art, like seeing the new ideas and concept art, like that mechanic of it always gets me as well. Although maybe not for any specific one style choice in the art, but just to see all the different concepts. Like Frank was talking about Final Fantasy VII, and I remember that being like, that was like one of the first, it was the first 3D Final Fantasy I played through, and like I remember just grinding so many hours, especially like once I first got out of Midgar, and it was just because I wanted to see the spell animations for like the higher level spells that you had to grind out the levels on the materia for. Like I said, that was it. It wasn't like necessarily like anything, I wasn't trying necessarily to be over leveled. I just wanted to see the cool art and animations that you could unlock by like grinding stuff out. I feel like that's very much how you trap me art-wise. It's like you give me new stuff to discover and be like, oh, it's just a little more effort. You can get there. You can see it. Just gotta try a little harder. Well, I think I am going to have to leave him partially shaded. We're coming right at midnight here. And it was a bit of an early morning for us. So I think I'm going to call it in a moment here. Just a couple little things. Okay, I do like that better. Oh, and a little bit there. Give the eyes a little bit of depth. A little bit of volume in there. A little bit of volume there. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. And this is, you know what? I'm pretty stoked. I spent a long time talking tonight. I spent, did a good warm-up time, and I got progress on 2 different illustrations. We're doing okay. This is good. This is good. All right. That is going to conclude our art for tonight. So I'm going to hop over to just chatting here. Beep. Wow, it totally froze on me there for a second. Did you? I don't know what face that was. That was good times. All right. Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's share that. Let's go ahead and do that before we wrap up. It's on the Frank's Discord. Is that where I'm looking? Yeah. Okay, give me a second. All right. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. There we go. Oh, Cyber, this is adorable. I like this a lot. So, like, is the intent then, like, for the head to kind of float? Because I think that's a really cool concept. Oh no, you just forgot. Okay. But I was like, well, that'd be kind of neat, like for like a technological sort of like, give it that kind of look. That didn't make sense. It makes it look very futuristic, high tech if you've got like a floating head part, but me misreading that aside, I think this is sorry, 1 second. I think this is really adorable. Like, I love this. Also, where do you get your inspiration for hairstyles? Because you always have really cool hair. You like fluffy hair? You know what? Fair enough. Yeah, and I like the leggings with like the ankle warmer type situation. Like, this is so cute. I can't wait to see it as you keep working on it. It's looking really good. And now I kind of see what you're thinking too, with like the inspiration of it, but it's definitely developed into its own distinct character. I don't think you have like anything to worry about in terms of copyright stuff. Oh, like the 2000s inspired fashion as well. Yeah. Okay, I can definitely see that. I think it reads fairly timeless, but like you want more dots, but not sure where to put them. I'm trying to think of something that would fit really well with the design. Do you think that the ears are going to be more like puppy ears or more like the style ears of the iDog? Because if they were the like mechanical type ears, then you might be able to fit some more on there. Otherwise, like the eyes themselves could change color like the dots would, like the different color dots, so that could be kind of cool. Oh yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I was wondering if like if you use like, because they have like that the kind of the hinge right there. And I was like, well, if you had that there, would that make them separate out enough so they clearly have that joint, more like the like beagle ears or stuff like that? But I don't know. I don't know. Could you do like dot like clip-on hair decorations that are dots that like light up and blink and stuff like that? Would that? I'm trying to figure out if that would be a way to do it. Or even have like a constellation of them like on the shoulders a little bit, but like just a very limited area so it doesn't overtake the whole design. Because I like how you've kept like a very clean look to it on all of it, so you don't want to just throw them everywhere. But like you did a really good job, I think, picking up on the aesthetic. But yeah, this is like, she's really cute. Like oh, this is great, Lily. Cyber, I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to the name. I will get there. Alright, so the time is, it's about 12:08, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up here. Let's see, so just reminders, next week is a 2-stream week. We'll be doing one on our usual time, next Thursday night. I'll go ahead and drop that, or use that command. So I'll be doing one stream, 10 p.m. Eastern time, Thursday night. And then I'm gonna do probably a daytime stream sometime on that Friday the 3rd, the actual 3-year stream anniversary. It's funny people take that. Well, cool, yeah, I think that could work. And I feel like that fits early 2000s style. I was a little bit less aware then of it, but I was not aware of style in the early 2000s. I'll put it that way. The exact timing of the Friday stream will be determined, but I'll make sure to let you guys know next Thursday. Probably put a story up on Twitch as well around them, or at least on Friday, to let everyone know exactly when I'll be doing that. But it's 3 years of streaming, and I'm really excited to celebrate it. It's been awesome so far. I love getting the chance to chat with all of you guys, and just have that community art studio feel. I really like it a lot. So hey, if you're watching and you haven't been here before and you want to see more, you can always find the most recent streams here on Twitch. I publish the VODs pretty much as soon as I cut stream, if not shortly after, on Twitch, and then you can expect next week around Wednesday at noon is when I tend to aim to get the VOD over on YouTube. YouTube is where you can see historical ones going all the way back to my first one. Depending on how much you want to watch me grow as a streamer. You were born in the 2000s, but grew up with the 2010s fashion. Gotcha. Yeah. So I was in college in the early 2000s, but I also didn't really have a strong sense of style. So I was, still figuring all that out. There were a lot of jorts. Yeah. Like cargo jean shorts. That was, maybe that was, I guess, buying into the style of the time. I'm not really sure. Yeah. Oh, that's fun to think about. But at any rate, yes, YouTube is where you can find all the VODs from all of my past broadcasts. If you want to just see more of my work, you can check us out at our socials, more of my and Ashley's work. That's true. Jorts, I feel like, are having, they're making a comeback. They're having a moment. And they can be styled really well. In the early 2000s, it was just, at least the way that I wore them was just, they were baggy, they were cargo pants, and that was, it. I think I wore them with like low top Converse. I want to say I had a pair of like mustard yellow ones at that time, which I'm not sure about that choice. And then like an oversized, like sometimes polo shirt, sometimes just t-shirt. Sometimes, occasionally a button up, but then like I had like the beaded bracelet. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's fun to think back to that. Anyway, here are our socials. No, we're WagWorksGA, in wherever you can find us, which is primarily here on Twitch, on YouTube, and also on Instagram, although we maybe haven't updated Instagram for a little while. Giving main character from a 2000s game like Kingdom Hearts. yeah, that sounds almost perfectly. Yeah, very much. Like if you look at Zell from Final Fantasy VIII, I feel like that was kind of where I was at for a while. Yeah, a little bit that, like the styled up hair. Yeah. But hey, Tetsuya Nomura is one of my big inspirations for art, so I guess it all makes perfect sense as to why I would dress that way, or why I would like him, depending on which came first. You can also check out our website, by the way, for continuing my previous thought, which is where you can see a bit more of my portfolio, some of our slice of life comic stuff, the D&D piece, like individual character art from that, and as well as like the Chinese Lunar New Year Zodiac animal series that I've been working on since about 2000. I've done each year's animal. So that's all there. We also have a store and a blog, although, we need to update that a bit more. But yeah, also, I think that, the bot already did, but CoreToons, you can also check out the Substack. It's just coretoons.substack.com, or you can go to lovereading.co/CoreToons, which I can, of course I got rid of that link. Actually, I'm just gonna close all this down. Actually, you can find CoreToons right here, and actually you can find the most recent issue where you can download. Which is, this one was not a comics issue. This is actually all activities for kids that were just embarking on their summer break. But there's a lot of fun stuff in there. But you can see more of the comics if you just go to that base URL, www.lovereading.co/CoreToons. You can see more there. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I want to go ahead and shout out Frank. Perhaps you're off to your work day, Frank. I hope you have a good one, but thanks for coming by. As always, Fallen, is good talking to you. And also, you should go check out Cyber. Do you stream much these days? I guess I haven't seen as many notifications that you're going online, but sometimes I just miss things too. Because I'm happy to give you a shout out as well. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. Oh, it's on cooldown, but I will, yeah, remind me to do that. In the meantime, you can check out Frank's comics over on Instagram at Loosey Goosey Comic. Check it out. It's a good Sunday afternoon feel. It's good times. You plan on getting back into it? Okay, cool. Well, I'll definitely give the shout out. Just give it a second to finish the cooldown. What else? So I plan on tomorrow. I think we're supposed to get the shipment with the blanket and the pillows that I did for the Kingdom Hearts, the donation, the illustration that we're doing as a prize donation for Games Done Quick, the Summer Games Done Quick 2026 event. So I'll get some pictures and videos of that, of unboxing that probably, to share with you guys before we ship it off to GDQ, so it can be on the marathon. That marathon starts July 5th, so I will have streamed by then. I will make sure to remind you all about that, in case you want to watch it. But yeah, so those are I think all my announcements, and the cooldown should be done now, so I'm going to go ahead and shout out Cyber. Wait, what do you mean it doesn't exist? What do you mean? Hold on just a second. I clearly typed something wrong. Give me a moment. Okay. Old man messes up technology. Oh, that'll be really fun. Yeah, I think you found a really good concept. It's going to be really cool. Oh my gosh, Jeff, really? What are you doing? Seriously. There we go. All right. I know what I'm doing. What I'm doing. I swear, I'm a professional. There we go. Please go follow Cyberpup. She's awesome. She's been sharing art in the channel for a long time, and it's always adorable and amazing. And you should follow so you can enjoy when she next streams. Okay. I am sorry that took so long. But Cyber, it's been really good having you in stream. It always is. So thanks for coming by. Frank and Fallen, I don't know if you're still there, but it's always good to see you guys. Yeah, I miss y'all when you're not around, but I know you got a lot going on, so I just appreciate you being here. Everybody else who is here, thank you. Whether you are lurking, whether you're watching a VOD, I just appreciate your support. I'm thrilled that you shared this time with me, and I hope you had a good time too, because I know I always have a good time here. So yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys again so much for joining me, and I hope you have a good night. Hope you have a good week, and I will see you guys next week for the 3-year stream anniversary. So I am excited for that, and looking forward to seeing you guys then. And we'll see how much I can prep of my original ridiculous list, how much I can prep to actually share with you guys. So yeah, that does it for me, everyone. Thanks again. Good night.